In this next section here, given the first term and the common ratio of a geometric sequence, we're going to find the term named in the problem. And I'm going to do number 24 here. Okay, we have an nth term formula, and I've written it up here. Whoops. It's an equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. And I like to put that r inside parentheses. And I have this formula on the reference sheet, but this is to find any term of a geometric sequence. This is just like we had one for arithmetic. This is the one for geometric. So if I do this, if I'm finding a9 here, that means n is going to equal 9. So I'm going to go, my ninth term, a9 equals a1, which is negative 3, times r, which is 2, to the n minus 1 power. That'd be 9 minus 1, so I'm going to go ahead and write that down as 8. Well, that's negative 3 times, now, if you think about this, I don't do the multiplication first. I have to do the 2 to the 8th power first. So that's negative 3 times 2 to the 8th is 256. So now if I multiply my negative 3 times my 256, I get negative 768. So my ninth term, or a9, in this geometric sequence would be negative 768. Now I could write out, starting at negative 3, multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2, and I could write it out to 9 terms. But again, you're going to want to know how to use formulas, because if they told you to find the 50th term, you wouldn't want to do that. Plus your numbers are going to get real big, so you need to know how to use formulas. Now let's go down here to number 31. And they want me to find a11. Instead of just telling you what a1 and r is, you got to kind of look at the first few terms of the sequence and determine that. So if you notice, a1 is negative 1. To find r, I take a term and divide by the term in front of it. So negative 3 divided by negative 1, which is 3. So now I'm going to use an equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. So I'm finding a11, which means n is going to be 11 when I use the formula. I do a1, which is negative 1, times r, which I found here to be 3, to the n minus 1 power. N is 11, so 11 minus 1 would be 10 right there. And so I'm going to take negative 1, and if you do 3 to the 10th on your calculator, you should get 59,049. And then I need to multiply that by negative 1, so it's negative 59,049. That is my 11th term in that sequence.